All right. This class is going to be recorded, and I mean for subsequent or later use, if you want to listen to it later on, and also for people that will not be available to listen to it live. Okay. Today, like I said, we're going to be handling tax. Please, oh, I want to be sure that people are listening to me. Oh. I've done class before and I talked for 2 hours and I don't know that they've cut me off that call for 2 hours. So please, people should be giving me ginger. Eh, thank you. No, he's laughing. I'm serious. Oh, it happened to me. It was on Twitter Space. I talked for 2 hours. I did not know. So, okay, yes, people can hear me. Annie is a government
I hear you
registered.
loud and clear.
Okay, Annie is a government registered CAC agent, and she runs a business called Pimps by Annie. So she helps business owners to register their businesses, to also transition. Because I know you've been hearing business name or LLC or PLC or which one should you do? She helps businesses to transition, and she also helps you to check for this tax thing to stay compliant, to make sure you don't have problem with CAC, and your business documentation about tax, anything tax, just go to her. So that was why she's the best fit for this session. So right about now, I'm going to be bringing Annie on board to tell us everything she knows about the 2026 tax reform that will be kicking off January 2026. So Annie, the floor is yours.
What? Can you guys hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much for that introduction, Ola. I'm so happy to be here. And this putting this together is actually what we need right now. A lot of people do not understand what is going on, just like Ola said. So it is my pleasure to be here to help you understand to an extent. I'm sure by the end of this class or by the end of this session, you're going to understand, have the knowledge of what this new tax reform means. In fact, I'm going to go deep into why I think personally, I'm not a government official, but I'm going to go into why I think this tax law was passed, right? So like Ola has introduced me, I'm a CAC accredited agent. I am other things as well, but for the purpose of this class or this class, right? I don't know if I should call this a class or this conversation. I will just maintain the title of a CAC accredited agent. I have helped over 1,000 business owners register their business as either a business name, an LLC, and I don't just stop there, right? So when I register your business, I make sure that I send prompt reminders of what I don't just leave you after I'm done registering your business. So it's way more than that for me. For instance, since the new tax reform law started, everybody that we did a business name registration for, my team and myself, we have gotten in touch with every one of them personally just to let them know that they need to do an upgrade. So that's how much we are invested. My brand is invested in business now. We want you to do business legally and the right way and will not just leave you hanging. So that's my little introduction. Nice to have you here. You guys should use the comment section to tell me your name, the business that you do, just for like a few minutes. Use the chat box, so that I can be familiar with people that are here. I know a lot of us are business owners. So just your name, the business that you do, and the city that you are from. So for me now, my name is Annie. I am a CAC accredited agent and I am in Abuja. So just those three lines. Let's go. I'll be checking the in call message. All right, Wisdom, nice to have you here. The website designer. I'm glad that a freelancer is here. Lekon, also a CAC accredited agent based in Lagos. Lekon, you're welcome. Rashi from Lokoja, you're welcome. Mary Ogoy, you're welcome. So keep dropping your names while I tell my community members that they should not miss out, though we have started. Okay. Asif Bakery, welcome from Ebonyi State. Sharon from Agunu, where's that? Okay, it's in Kaduna, okay. Isaac Udo, nice to have you guys here. Welcome, welcome. All right. So if you haven't dropped yours already, please make sure that you do that. But I am going to start I'm going to start my session now. So um I'm going to start from why I think this law was implemented. Sometime around June, August, CAC passed, they dropped a message. I wanted to show my face in this because I want you guys to see me while I'm. I don't know if you can see, I can't see myself. Okay. All right, I see myself. You can't hear me. Mary, maybe you should leave the call and join back again. I'm sure you would see me better or hear me better rather. Is anyone else having that same problem? Can everyone hear me? Oh, great, thank you. Right. So the reason why I think the government passed this law is because of freelancers and content creators. They already know that these guys make a whole lot of money from content creation, from freelancing, working on Upwork, working on Fiverr, working with international clients, and actually they want a cut. They want a part of the money. So they this last, I think 2 months ago or 3 months ago, they made an announcement and said that if you are operating a business without registering it with CAC, excuse me, you are going to is a jailable offense. That means you can go to jail for at least 6 months if you do a business without registering with CAC. My Nigerian brothers and sisters, we have coconut head, so nobody listened, nobody paid attention to them, nobody answered, and there's really no way to catch people and say, oh, you are doing business and you're not registered. So they implemented the new tax reform, right? Which does not favor anybody that is not registered as an LLC. If you are making a lot of money, not even a lot of money, if you are making over 66,000 naira as profit every month, is the new tax reform law is not favorable to you, except you are registered as an LLC. If you're registered as an LLC, up to an extent, you are protected until you start earning at least 25 million naira annual income. You are not going to be paying a whole lot of this tax, like company tax, VAT, and the rest of them. But as a business name registration, or you're just there, you're using your personal account to receive heavy money right now, you're going to be paying tax through your nose. So now they know that everybody will now rush into the system to do an LLC because it protects them to an extent, right? And that's one way, that's the reason why I feel like they implemented this new tax law. They want people in the system. They want you to register as an LLC so that they can monitor your income, and they'll be able to deduct their tax, what they think is their tax. So far, is it clear? The reason why I explained, do you understand? All right. So by the time we are done with this class, like I've said, you're going to have a better understanding of what we will do, right? So the truth is that we have bracket. Your tax is not determined by how much you earn. It is determined by what category the government placed you in. If you're registered as a business name, if you're registered, you're doing your business, you're running your brand with a business name registration, I want you to raise up your hand. I want to see how many people are registered. Raise up your hand. Okay. Let me see the show of hands. Oh, I can see a couple of people. I can see Lawan saying, I can see Ezekiel. I can see Bobo, Ola. Okay. A lot of us are registered, are running our business with a business name registration, right? So there are two categories. You are either under individual tax or you are under company tax. If you have a business name registration, you are seen as an individual, because the truth is that a business name registration is actually not a full registration. Just like the name implies, it registers your business name. At the long run, whether or not there's a tax reform law, you are supposed to upgrade that business to an LLC. An LLC is a full company registration. Sometimes it can be confusing because people will be like, it's just a business, it's just a side hustle. Which one is company registration? To the government, when you decide that this, you want to do business, you want to sell this to make money, they don't see it as a business. They see it as company. They want you to put structure in place. And the right registration to do is an LLC registration. When you do a business name, you are saying that me, Anu, Annie, I want to do business with this name. So this name, don't give any other person that wants to do business with this name, because me, I want to do business with this name. But when you register as an LLC, is a different entity. An LLC means that that company is a whole person on its own. That company can buy land. That company can have other sub brands. That company can trademark a name, a brand, a logo. That company can have other companies, right? It's seen as a separate entity from you. And it protects you, because even when you, maybe the business did not do well, you borrowed loan to do the business and you were not able to pay the loan, you as a person, you are not affiliated. They're not going to come and collect your house. They're not going to come and collect your car, because the business is separate from you. But as a business name registration, the only thing you have is you are saying you are doing business with that name. So if anything happens in that business, they are going to come for you. So the business sees you as individual and company. So if you are doing a business name registration, you are seen as an individual and you are going to be taxed as an individual. If you are seen as company, there's already a law in place that protects you to an extent that if you are not earning up to a certain amount of money, you're not going to be paying tax. So Nigeria now, with the few explanation, or with the way I've explained it now, you can already tell that companies are treated than individuals in tax, right? So two people can earn 1 million naira. One will pay 0% income tax, while the other persons pay 30,000 naira. As a business name registration, if you make 1 million naira, this is the law. This is the new tax reform law. If you make 1 million naira in a year, when I say 1 million naira, it might look like a lot of money, but if you divide it by 12, that's they are saying if you make 66,000 naira, we'll make 1 million naira. You and I know that we make more than that as profit in a year, in a month rather. But let's assume you even make that 66,000 naira every month for the next 12 months. At the end of the year, when they want to tax you, the first 800,000 naira, that's for individual taxing. This is how they tax you as an individual. The first 800,000 naira, you will not be taxed. The next 200,000 naira, you'll be taxed 15%. The government will take 15%, and that 15% equals 30,000 naira. If you make 2 million naira, you also be taxed 15%. That 15, the first 100,000 naira you will not pay, but the next 1.2 million naira you pay tax of. The 15% that they will collect is 180,000 naira. Now, under a company, excuse me, under a company, if you earn 1 million, earn 2 million, earn 3 million, earn 17 million, earn 21 million, as long as you have not gone over that 25 million naira profits, you pay 0% income tax. Now, what do you think? Which one do you think is advisable to go for already? Anybody wants to answer me? Raise up your hand, so I call you. Anybody wants to answer me? Because I want the class to be interactive. Yes. Yes, an LLC is advisable to go for an LLC. It is advisable to go for let me break it down. Let me break it down to I think I broke it down to 2 million. If you make 3 million naira in as your income, as your annual profits, so that's every year. So maybe that would be like around 260 every month, right? 3 million naira every year profit. As a freelancer, I do social media management. I told you I do other things. I do social media management, social media strategist. And the least I get paid for a client per month, the least client I take is 200,000 naira. I have clients that pay me 700K. I have clients that pay me 600K. That's every month. If I calculate that at the end of the month, I'm going to be paying tax under a business name registration over 600K. If you make 5 million naira in income as profits, you pay 690. If you make 4 million, you pay 480. You might just be calling it out, and it seems like we're just talking about numbers right now. But when you have money in your account and they deduct your money, God, it's going to pain a whole lot of people. I've been screaming these things since the beginning of the month. I know I've done my due diligence. Orla is hosting a free class for you to have this information. I think as part of the community, this way that we are contributing to the society is a very good one. A round of applause for us. Because by the time somebody is removing 180,000 naira from your income, know that this income is not enough. It's not even enough for us to even begin with. So can they deduct it by themselves? Okay, so this is how that works. Let me quickly answer that before I move into how you can protect yourself. So this new tax law, one of the things that it does is that it gives them the right. The bank will now be reporting at the end of maybe the year. I'm not a tax consultant, so I just did a whole lot of research about these things because I know that my clients will be affected and I want to give them solutions that will protect them. If you have a question, just leave them in the what's it called? Leave them in the in call message. There's going to be a time for question and answer so that I don't spend too much time on what I already prepared. But let me answer this first one. Right now, this new law, your bank that the money is entering, they are going to carry your information like this and send it to tax office. That is what this new law allows them. It grants them that access. Before, when EFCC, when they go to Yahoo Boys, they see their accounts and then maybe they go and bust them. That was illegal. In fact, they cannot even come out to say that the reason why we are coming to investigate you is because we see money passing through your account, because nobody is supposed to, a bank is not supposed to divert that kind of information. Excuse me. But with this new tax law, it is in the law that the bank will send your income, your expenses, the way your statements, they will send it to tax office. So the tax people now, if they now see as an individual, you are supposed to get a tax consultant actually. Or I'm still trying to put this into works. If there's news about it, I'm going to reach out to Orla if what I'm working on works out, and she's going to share the information with you, right? We are all supposed to have a tax consultant that is going to help you file your taxes, so that the tax consultant can tell you that this one, oh, let's assume 5 million naira enters your account. Maybe 4 million naira is for doing the business and then your own profit is just 1,000 naira. I think is a tax consultant that will help you, arrange those documents. Say this is how you're supposed to go and file before they come for you. When they come for you, it's going to be a lot of it. But if you file what you're supposed to file, like at the end of the year, you're supposed to pay your tax, you pay it, they don't file, they don't come for you. I think that's just going to make it very easy for everybody. My advice, first of all, if you are doing business name registration right now, you are digging pit for yourself, upgrade to an LLC. If you have not done a registration before at all, as you're an individual, or do an LLC registration. I don't have a business, I'm just a freelancer, my dear. Do an LLC registration. That's going to protect you. As an individual, like you're collecting salary, you are not saved. They are coming for you. Market women that are making money in the market selling tomato and pepper, they are going to be paying tax. So everybody is going to be paying tax. Okay, you do taxation along with CAC registration. Oh, all right. So yeah, I think I've answered that question. So now let me tell you, I think I've already gone ahead of my guide here already. So I'm supposed to talk about the visible problem nobody's talking about, right? The government is going to be, like I told you, that the reason why I think that they implemented this tax reform law in the first place is because you people have coconut head. They say you people should register. You said no, you are not registering. They have now forced you. They bring a law that gives you no choice other than to register. This means that banks are now they are sending your statements to them. Platforms are reporting your earnings. FRS, they are tracking your income. And CAC is also tightening compliance. In the course of this conversation, I'm going to touch on annual returns filing because it's not the same thing. I'm going to even explain it first and then talk about it briefly so that you know the difference. I'm sure, I think Pelumi coming tomorrow is going to talk more about it. Ola, can you confirm if I can talk about it or if Pelumi is going to talk about that?
Talk about what exactly? I didn't hear that
Annual
part.
returns filing.
She's going to touch on it, but if you have something to say, no problem.
Okay. So let's talk about quickly, as a freelancer, how you can protect yourself. As a business owner, I already told you. As a business owner, you shouldn't even be running your business with a business name registration. You shouldn't. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Now let me face freelancers. Sorry guys, please just give me a second. I'll be right back. Just 1 minute. Okay. Sorry about that. So I'm with you now. Okay. So how can you protect yourself as a freelancer? Let me give you a few survival guides, right? That you can, in fact, right now, I expect people to be jotting down. Number one is structure your business as an LLC. It doesn't matter that you are doing freelance, you don't have a business. As a freelancer, you are the brand. You are the brand. Maybe Ola is going to teach you about personal branding so you understand that you are the brand. Register as an LLC. If you don't have a business or you are confused about the name, use your name and put limited. When you have in future, when you have clearer vision of what you want to do, you can change. There's change of name. You can do a change of name. If you're confused about the nature of business, pick general contract. When you are clear about what you actually want to do in future, you can change your nature of business. You can actually do changes after you have done your registrations. So the first thing is register your brand as an LLC. This drops, apart from company income tax, there are other taxes that you pay. I'm not going to dispute the fact that there are other taxes that you pay as an LLC. But the truth is that most of them you pay 0% because you're not earning up to 25 million naira. You're going to pay tax, you are going to pay earn as you pay, I mean pay as you earn, pay, you are going to pay withholding tax, you are going to pay, but these taxes, that's why I said again, you should work with a tax consultant. I'm not a tax consultant, so I can't really say this is how you file it, right? Work with a tax consultant. Like I said again, if what I'm working on works out well, Ola is going to still share the information. Pay as you get. Yes, thank you, Ola. Okay. So the second thing is separate your personal account from your business account. Anybody wants to send you money, send it to your LLC. Once you open a business, an LLC, it's not just for opening sake. You want to register your TIN, get your TIN number, and then open a bank account in that business name. Anybody wants to pay you, that's the account that you send to people. Somebody asked me recently and he said, but I am not paying what did he how did he even put it? He said, but I am not, they pay me in dollars. But when they pay you in dollar, do you spend it in dollar? You spend it in naira. You want to go to market and go and give market to man dollar? No, you have to still convert it to naira. So that money that is entering your personal naira account, you are going to pay tax on it. So separate your personal account from your business account. Whenever you are receiving business money, let it go into that business account. This reduces red flags and makes your finances clearer when they call you or when you are filing your taxes. The next one is track your income. Use a simple sheet. You see, gone are the days whereby, thank God, Belumi, Ola already made provision for someone that would show you bookkeeping. Personally, as a serious business owner, you should know how much is coming. Before you say this is how much I make as profit, you should have removed what you are going to use to, maybe somebody pays you, you sell materials, or you're a tailor, somebody wants to buy material and wants you to sew. You should have removed the money for trade. You should have removed the money for, if you have staff that you're paying, remove everything and know that, okay, this is the cost price and this is profit before you can calculate. So that sheet is going to help you, because when they call you, when they see somebody sells, for people that sell gadgets now, we already know gadgets is expensive, big money. Their profits might not be more than 50. Their profit might not even be up to 50,000 naira. But somebody wants to buy 4 iPhone 17. I think iPhone 17 is how much? I think almost 2 million, or I don't know. Now somebody wants to buy 4 iPhone 17. That's already a whole lot of money. But if you keep your records, if you track your income, you have a simple sheet. You can tell when they now say, but this money entered your account. You can say, yes, it did enter my account, but this was for the phone, and this was profit, right? The next one is avoid using personal accounts for high volume transactions. I don't even know. Like, you have an LLC that gives you an edge that says if you have not earned up to 25 million naira, why would you use your personal account that just covers only 800,000 naira? It doesn't make any sense. Any high volume transaction, make sure it comes through your LLC account, right? Then another thing is register properly so that you can access loan, grants, and global opportunities. And the truth is that by next year, all these platforms that freelancers work on, all these platforms you work on, they are going to start requesting for your team, because the government is coming for them as well. The government is coming for them. because they made it possible for Nigerians to get paid without proper documentation, and then they cannot collect their tax, right? So register properly, get your thing, get all your documents. If there's a document that people say is required, you're a business owner, keep, why aren't you getting it? Get your documents, right? So platforms, even the platforms that you are going to be working on, government contracts. Do you know that by next year, I've not confirmed the news, but I saw it, and there's been a whole lot of news circulating. I might have to do a research on it, but I heard that if by next year you do business with somebody that does not have a tin, is jailable, is a jailable offense. People will just be going to jail anyhow next year. So imagine that somebody is doing business with you, and because of that, they are going to jail. So people will be careful who they do business with. So it's very unwise not to have all your documents complete. Have your team, have your LLC, have your anything that is required. Get a tax consultant. Join their community. I'm sure that tax consultants this period, they are not hosting any free class or any educational content right now. They are doing, they should be. Get into their community, join, look for them. They're online, they're on TikTok, they're on Instagram. Just make sure that you do your own research. When you hear an information, don't carry it on your head and take it and run with it. Check, ask people around that is this true? Ask ChatGPT. Go on Google, go and verify the news that you've heard, so that you will not be running around with fake informations, right? So that's for freelancers. Next one is for business owners, and the next one is for business owners, and it's similar. So I'm just going to run through it because I already explained before. Register as an LLC, open a business account, create a simple income and expensive tracker, keep digital copies of invoices and receipts, file your annual returns yearly, stay updated on tax requirements, keep your business and personal funds separate, document your payments and your client's payments. Document your client's payments. Document how much you buy your for product-based business owners. Document how much you buy know how much you buy your products. Know how much your profit is, because a lot of you are even doing business without making profits, because you have forgotten how much you bought the product, and somebody will just give you price. You will not go and check the book. You'd have given somebody. I used to do business without structure before, so I'm talking from experience. So these small things will save you money and protect you legally and makes you look professional. People want to do business with people that look professional, right? So now very quickly, we are already coming to the end of this conversation. I'm just going to talk about annual returns. So what is annual returns, if you're asking me? Let me take it to the very beginning. When you register your CAC, like Corporate Affairs Commission, they're a regulatory body for business owners, right? So when you take your business to them, and you are telling, when you register, you are basically telling them, you are informing them that me, a citizen of this country, professional business, so in case other people are saying they don't know me, you people know me, right? They have you in records. Now they have you in their books. They know that you are doing business. Your annual returns filing, they said annual returns, right? Annual returns filing simply means something that you do a report that you submit every year to keep them updated. They want to know whether you are still doing that business. They want to know how much you made in that business. They want to know if you have changed your address from where it was the last time. They want to know if any information has changed. And annual returns helps you give them those details, right? So every year you are supposed to file it. And for every year you do not file your annual returns, when you check their records, I'm going to share my screen briefly so that I can show you what you see. Can you see my screen? Okay, great. Now look at this business. This is BM Ventures Limited. You see the status struck off. Anybody by 2026, when people want to start doing business with you, they'll just ask you for your business name and they'll come and verify it. This is a public search portal. I can I will share the link with Orla. So if you have a business, you can go and check your she will share it in the group. You can go and check your business status to know what you are, where you are, right? Struck off means they have decided that you are no longer doing that business. Anybody that does business with you while he's struck off and comes online to come and shout, they are going to blame the person that why didn't you go and verify who you are doing business with? You saw struck off and you still went ahead. We are not aware of this person. We don't know about this person. But when your business, when you have filed your annual returns, this is what you are supposed to see. Let me see. Active. It's supposed to be active. If you have not filed, so before we get to struck off, that was a client asked me to help them check their business. I was doing a consultation for them, and that's why that was the last thing on my business. Every year, if for instance now you're supposed to file after you register your business, you don't file immediately, right? Because it's a yearly thing. You just inform them that you started business. So 12 months later, you will not file. But when you are due to file, well, if you register with me, if you register your business with me, I send my clients an email and WhatsApp message when they are due for filing. Because when you don't file, when you are due and you don't file, first of all, your business will be inactive. Let me look for one that is inactive. Now, this is inactive. This is not struck off. They are still looking. This person registered in 2020. That's 5 years ago. The person has not registered. They are still looking at you like this. Okay, maybe person is not aware, because CAC, they don't even do the most. They will not tell you when you are, excuse me, they will not tell you when you are due. They will not even tell you that you're supposed to file an annual returns. They expect you to know magically, right? And that's why they allow accredited agents actually, so that they can educate you and you know what you're supposed to do, right? That's why you need to choose. This thing is making me uncomfortable. Let me, sir, it's my readers time. Okay, so you're supposed to choose who you want to do your CAC registration with. It matters. It's not about somebody's doing it for 5K. Why is your own expensive? Because I have structure. Because I am going to remind you when you are due. Because when an information comes out that will favor you, I'll be in your DMs harassing you to take up the opportunity. Because if there's something that is going to hurt you that you are not doing, I will send you messages like 4 or 5 times, so that you will not be like, I did not hear about it. You heard about it. Now, this person that the business is inactive, it does not mean that, it means that this person has not filed their annual returns. And because they are not struck off yet, you can still file. But every year you don't file when you are due and your business is inactive, you pay penalty. So when you are not ready to file, you will still pay the normal filing fee, but you will not pay extra. They will not charge you for paying late. And me too, I'll collect extra money because it's extra work. So do you understand? Is it clear? Good. So annual returns is different from tax filing. Annual returns is a yearly report that you send to CAC, letting them know the status of your business, if it is still active, if you are still doing the business. If you're not doing the business again, there's a way you can is it called cessation, that you can do to close the business. Please, when is your annual returns due? Your annual returns is due, let me even show you. I'm coming. So I'm going to use my brand because I can't use my client's info. I'm not supposed to show you that, but I have my own brand here. So let me show you my own. So whenever you register your business as an LLC, you are going to get these 3 certificates: and a status report, a CSC certificate, and a MEMAT. Where you check for when you are due is your status reports. You check here, you come here, and you see due date of account. This account was made on this day, made up to, because I registered on June, I registered in June, so it covers me till December. So I am due by 2nd of December, which means I have to file before January to June next year. So you always see due date of account. That gives you an indication. But so that you don't mislook or miscalculate, it's better to go to your agent, person that did your registration. Please let me check when am I due. Please let me check when am I due. Again, when you register with Pimps by Annie, you don't have to come and be asking us. We send you an email, we send you a WhatsApp message, because we know that a lot of Nigerians don't really use their emails often. We know you are very active on WhatsApp. We send you, if you have 10 different businesses and they are registered, you are going to file annual returns for the 10 businesses, because you have to share information about those businesses, right? So that being said, that's how you check. So let me go back to where was I? Yeah. So after a while, the ventures that I don't know what that number was. The person that was struck off, the first business that I showed you here that was struck off, you see that business was 1999. They have given that person a long rope. Person has not filed annual returns, and they have decided that, okay, let's just take this person off the records. This person, we don't know this person anymore. Don't do business. Even if your business is inactive, if someone wants to give you a contract and your business is inactive, please, even if somebody, if you want, even you, if you want to do business with someone, you check their records and it's inactive. If they scam you, if you go to a police station and they involve CAC, they are going to, they don't know, the person is not active, the person has not updated them in years. Why didn't you check? Is a free, this public search is free for everybody. Let me share the link with Orla now so I don't forget. So let me stop sharing my screen because I think I'm almost done with this class. Good. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm going to answer questions, right? Let me wrap up this class. So that is it. So your annual returns is a yearly report that you send to CAC. You send it to CAC to let them know that, to let them know your business status, whether you are interested. Some people say, I did not do anything with that business. The fact that you registered it with CAC means that you have started a business. You that know whether you now open a business account and decide not to make money from it. That's totally up to you. That's your business, right? So as long as they are concerned, you already started that business, and you have to inform them. See, when you are filing your annual returns, you can now tell them that you made 0 profits in the year. That is they can listen to that. You can tell them that your annual income profits in a year is 0 because you have not done anything with that business. And they will believe you, they will not query you, but you have to inform them. You not informing them means that you are, to them, means that you are inactive, right? So that's the difference. Now your tax filing is how they will collect your money, how they will collect their own share from what you have made in a year. And that is that's not handled by CAC. That is handled by FIRS or the IRS for any state that you are in. So if you're in Ogun State, it's different. If you're in Abuja, it's different. But I think Lagos is FRS. So you have to even work with a tax consultant. When you're working with a tax consultant, ask them that this is my state, though. Can you help me file for this state? Right? So at the end of the day, you have to know what your business. Okay, Lagos is LIRS. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ola. So at the end of the day, you have to know what you are doing. Have structure. Have a structured business. It even opens you up for opportunities for collaboration. People are at peace. Your customers that want to do big business with you. Sometimes the reason why we are not growing as business owners is because we don't even see ourselves growing. What do you mean that you don't have a business registration and you want somebody to give you 5 million naira business? Even even people that are not government. I know how many people in the past 2 months have come to me for rushing. Please quickly help me find my annual returns. I want to do business with a client and they want to check my business status and I've not filed it before. I will charge you more for express. Me, I like to collect money. They are checking now because they can go to jail for doing business with the wrong person. The government is going to be very strict. So people are telling me, my business owners that I did their business name that have been in their DM, they are telling me, oh, by January, I will be like, I'm like, you people do not know that these people mean you. They might even now make it more expensive by next year. They might make it more expensive. Now you are going to be paying tax consultants. You're going to be paying double for CAC registrations, right? So that is the end. For the sake of this class, if you want to upgrade your business name to an LLC, in fact, I currently have an offer for our business name registration, our clients. I have a 15,000 naira discount offer, and you can pay twice because registering, upgrading from a business name to an LLC is expensive. It's 85,000 naira. So there's a 15,000 naira discount offer. That means you can pay 70,000 naira and you can pay twice. And we start your upgrade with the first payment. We are going to start with requesting for consent because we have to do like a whole consent, inform them that this business name wants to upgrade to an LLC. And before you upgrade, you have to file your annual returns up to date. So if I didn't even mention this. I said you're going to pay fine when you pay late. That does not mean, look at the business that I showed you, 2020. So if they have not filed for 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, so let's assume they are a business name registration. Business name registration is 10.5 to file your annual returns in a year. Now you're going to pay 10.5, 10.5, 10.5, 10.5, and you're not going to pay penalty on this 10.5. So let's assume the penalty is extra 5,000 naira. You pay 15,000 naira, 15,000 naira, 15,000 naira, 15,000 naira. Something that you would have just paid 10,005 this year and close your eye. Next year, when they tell you that you are due, you pay your 10,000 naira. But if you fail to pay, you pay together. So if you have not been paying, you have to first file the annual returns up to date before we now do your upgrade. And if you have not registered before, you can there's no discount for that one. LLC registration is 70,000 naira. And like I said, I have a pay twice payment plan that helps you begin your registration with the first deposit. When you deposit, we start with your name reservation. Then once we are done with like the first process, you have to once you have confirmed that the name, they have given you the name, you have to balance up and then we'll complete your application, you get your certificate. So in fact, my 15,000 naira discount ends it ends on Sunday because it has been going on since the 1st of November. But for the sake of this class, and because a lot of you are hearing this for the first time, you now understand why this is important, why this is not something that you can put off. I think I'm going, Ola, how many weeks should I give your people?
Let's say 2 weeks, 14
Okay,
days.
14 days. So I'm going to give you 14 days. That means you can, between now and the next 14 days, you can still pay 70,000 naira and make half payments. Reach out to me. Tell me how much you have. In fact, you can toast me and tell me how much. I don't have even the half now. This is what I have now. You can even, I can be that generous. My own is just if we can come up with a free class for you to have the right information. I mean, it goes a long way to show you that we really do not want the government to cheat people by next year. That's very, very important to us because I know how hard it is to work to earn our money. Our tax based on. So that's all. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this simplified the tax reform for you. And remember, the goal is not to fear tax. The goal is not to wait until next year. The goal is to structure your business. When you have a structured business, your the Holy Spirit will start ministering how to grow to you. Imagine spending so much on business registration. There's no way that you will not want to grow the business. Because you have spent so much, you are going to feel like a CEO because you are a CEO. And your mind is just going to be open to ideas. So Ola, thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to your people. I'm going to be taking questions now for another 20 minutes. So raise up your hand. Let me raise up your hand now. I'll give everybody will have a number. And I think I'll just take about 5 to 6 questions. So if you are, let me see your hands up. Okay, I've seen Ola, I've seen Ayomide, I've seen Chidi Ogbo, I've seen Philomena. Sorry if I'm not calling your name right here. I apologize, please. I've seen Oejini. Okay, we have how many people now? We have 10 hands raised. That's enough. Nobody should raise up their hands again. It's okay. It's okay. 11 people. So, Ola, you go first. Ola, you go first. I'm listening. Share question.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, before we start this question and answer, I need you people to go to the group chat and just go and drop a message that if you are not here, you have missed out. Just go and drop it so that they will know that there are some of them are sitting down eating and saying they cannot. Just drop it. If you are not here, you are missing out. All right, Ola, you can go ahead.
Everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. All right.
All right, I'm good. Good evening, everyone. A very insightful class. Um, my name is Lekon Ayorinde. The username is Bobola. So I want to appreciate your lecture, your class, and everything you've done. I'm also an accredited agent, and I learned more as joining this class. So if you have not done what has been said in this class, you should actually do them. They are very, very, very important. I want to appreciate Ola for this class, and I just want to appreciate. I don't have a question to say. I just want to appreciate the class and the facilitators. Well done, guys. Well done.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank
that.
you so
Thank
much.
you. So don't miss tomorrow's classes. Equally important, bookkeeping. Don't miss it. I'm going to be sitting in the front row. Anthony, please mute your mic until you want to talk. So Lawrence saying, Ayomide, your turn, please.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for this insightful conversation and your team. Thank you. Thank you to your team also. So my question is, so for someone who doesn't have a business at all, like this is just a regular person with their regular account, are they going to be taxed as well?
Yes, you're going to be taxed as an individual. That means the first 800,000 naira you make in a year, you pay 0%. If you make 1 million naira in a year as profit, you are going to pay 30,000 naira as tax. If you make 2 million naira in a year's profit, that's 120K every month. You are going to pay 180,000 naira as tax. So
Okay.
literally everybody should have an LLC, whether or not you have a business. That's my part.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Chidi, oh God, Chidiogo.
Chidiogo. Hello,
Chidi,
good
okay, thank
evening.
you. Good evening, how are you?
Thank you for this class. Very
You're welcome.
insightful. I wanted to ask concerning NGOs or non-profit organizations. Is it
For
necessary
non-profit,
to have an
okay.
LLC?
I
And
don't think
it's
I'm
not
hearing
really.
you clearly.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me
Yes,
better?
yes, I can hear you better.
Profits, like, are they taxable? Is it required that you have an LLC? That's my question. Thank you.
Okay. So NGO is non-profit. That means that you're not you yourself that you own an NGO. You're not making profit. People donate to you and use it for a good cause. So they don't even tax them. You don't pay tax because it's non-profit. You don't pay tax. That's for foundation based. I'm not particularly sure about churches, about mosques, but I know for foundations, like if you run a foundation, you're non-profit, the way you get money is by people donating to you or you using money from your own pocket to do a good cause, donate to make other people's life better. So if that is what the part of NGO that you fall under, in incorporated trustee that you fall under, you're not going to pay tax at all. Does that answer your question? Oh, churches and mosques don't pay tax as well. So yeah, I didn't know. I don't. Well, they are all non-profit, so that's very possible. I'll have to confirm. But yeah, that does that answer your question?
Mm, Not quite. I think
Okay.
the direction of my question was going to, sorry, is that, like, I wanted to know if, for instance, as an organization, non-profit, we have an account for like running things or to receive donations. How, like, is there like a provision to make a distinction so that whatever comes into the account is not taxed?
Um, Let me repeat your question back to you so that you will know whether I understand your question. So, from my understanding, what you're asking is that is there a way they monitor money that comes into an NGO account? Is that
Yes,
what you're
yes,
asking?
yes, to
Of
make it
course,
okay, okay, this
of
is
course,
so we don't have tax this one.
of course. Any money that enters your account, they assume that it is going. If the money enters into an NGO account, the only reason why you use an NGO account to receive money is because it's for an NGO cause. If you are using an NGO account to collect maybe a business money, that's already illegal. You will go to jail. It's illegal. So any money that is coming, the thing that I think that they do is that maybe they can audit you. This money that you received, what did you use it for? So you is about keeping records as well. Okay, we received this money is for this is the cost we use it for. That's why you see that a lot of NGO people, when they enter the streets, they take pictures, they make videos, so that when they are called upon, they can account for what they use the money for, so that people do not use NGO to be doing money laundering. Do you understand? Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Philomena, you're up next.
Good evening. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Okay. So I joined in the class quite late, but I just need clarity on something. So maybe you had said it before I had joined the class. You said we should. Okay, I wanted to ask if you already registered your business as a sole proprietorship. Like, do you have to change it to an LLC?
Who can answer that question? Who wants to answer? Just speak. Because I don't want to raise up your hand. Who wants to answer that
Yes,
question?
you have
Yes,
to
you have to.
upgrade
Yes,
to an LLC. Yes.
exactly. Exactly what they said. You have to upgrade to an LLC because if you are a sole proprietor, so
And the discount is available for now.
is it? You know what?
I said, and the discount is available for now.
Yes, and the discounts are available for now. Thank you for that. So yes, as an LLC, as a sole proprietor, you are going to be taxed as an individual. And I've already said that as an individual, you make 1 million, you make 66K. Oh, it's not even up to minimum wage. Every month, you are going to pay 30,000 naira tax. If you make 2 million, you are going to pay 180. If you make 3 million, you are going to pay 330,000 naira, except you are under an LLC. Under an LLC, if you make 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 million, you pay 0% income tax. So tell me, Philomena, which one do you think you should do?
The LLC, that's better.
Yeah, you should upgrade your business to an LLC. And I have a discount, like Adegoke has told you. I have a discount. Don't miss out on it. 14 days.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Kelechi, you are up next. Why is this thing increasing? Who else is joining? Okay, okay, let's be fast.
Good
Kelechi,
evening.
good
Thank you so
evening.
much, Annie. Okay, so my
Well,
question is, what about government workers that earn salaries and a tax is already deducted before their salaries go in? Will the banks still need them to make these reports? And I'm talking about people that have personal accounts where their salaries come in. Will they
that they're
still
already
need to
paying.
be paying? Yes.
So I'm not 100% sure, but I will tell you what I think would happen. So you know that the government already removes tax from your money and they pay. That is the pay as you earn tax. Pay as you earn tax is it the pay as you earn tax? I think so. Pay as you earn tax, is it pay as you earn or withholding? I'm not really sure. It's either of those two taxes. As an employee, even as you're an LLC holder, whether you're a government, you have people working for you. You are supposed to remove a percentage from their money.
I said my
Just
landlady on. I would have plugged my phone because my two phones are actually.
Philomena, please mute your mic. So they're already removing tax from your money. So if that is the only income that you are making, then you're not going to be paying tax twice. They are already paying, they are removing it from your money. It's not even you that will pay it. They are the ones that are removing it. As an LLC owner too, if you go to my page, I talked about other taxes that you most likely pay because now we have been pushing a lot of us have been pushing the narrative of you will pay 0% income tax. There are other taxes. There's VAT, there's payee, there's withholding tax. I think there's one more. There's two more. I can't remember them right now. Right? But the truth is that most of those tax that I mentioned, you will still not be paying if you're not earning up to 25 million naira. Right? So Kelechi, I that's what I think. I'm not 100% sure. Now that you have asked me this question, let me note it down so that I can create content on to address it. Government workers do government workers pay tax. So look out for my content. If you are not following us already, we are on Instagram as Pins by Annie.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. But you can also ask government people since they are the ones up there as well. You can ask them. Serena, you're up next.
Hello, thank you so much. Hello everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity as well. Okay, so I want to ask this, yeah. For people that you mentioned, you've really been speaking mostly about business owners and not really freelancers and people that are working with like foreign companies and all of that. So that's where my question is going to really be based on. Like for freelancers now, like personally, I do not have a business, right? But I am earning a substantial amount. Are you advising that I also create an LLC? Like that's what I'm asking because you know how you said, oh, freelancers too. So what do we do?
Okay.
because I
So,
because I know that I definitely do not want to be paying for like all of my the money that I'm earning because I also go out. I spend money on transport. I know rent is covered in
internet,
this
yeah.
tax. Exactly. I spend money on internet. Exactly. So are you advising to go with the LLC? And number two question, I'm sorry, would be um for the LLC, like you said, we're going to, aside from that income tax, if someone gets like an LLC and they don't have a business, is
Mhm.
there something else? Like, are we going to be taking account of something, or do you just advise not to, create an LLC if you do not have a business?
Okay. So I think that after this class, Ola will give you access to the review. You should go back. I specifically took the most time to talk about to freelancers, but I'm going to answer your question, right? So as a freelancer, you are the brand. There's something called personal branding, right? They pay you for your services. So you're already offering, you're doing business, you're doing a service-based business. You don't sell products, you sell services. People pay you for your time, people pay you for what you can do for them, they pay you for your skill. That's a business transaction. That's business. So you should most definitely register an LLC. And then I still advise that in case you're wondering, what did I do now? Is it ventures? Is it Serena? I don't want to spoil Obia Kalusi, right? Obia Kalusi, Serena's
Yeah.
Limited, or the Serena Obia Kalusi's brand limited, because as an
Yeah.
LLC, it has to end with limited. So that
Okay.
is already saying personal brand. Your business, your nature of business is um general contracts, general merchandise, not even merchandise, general contracts. You get contracts to do this, contract to design a website, contract to do that. Because now you can keep records and say somebody paid me 2 million naira. Inside that 2 million naira, I do internet 150K. I bought a new laptop. I ate food. I employed other people to work for me. You can keep that record. Your tax consultant can help you why what is profit and remove tax from what is profit. And if what is profit is not up to 25 million naira, you're not paying anything.
Okay, that makes sense. But to be more specific, actually, I'm not a freelancer. To be more specific, I work for a company, like in the US. So that's why I'm asking, right? To be more because now I just said
So
freelancer because I know
so
that we kind of yeah.
that means you're probably a consultant for them.
Not
What do you do
exactly.
for them? What do you do for them?
So basically, I'm a sales development representative.
That's freelancing now. Okay, that's not
Yeah,
freelancing,
and
but that's
I
the
have a full time like a full time role.
time
It's
job,
not.
a time role, like it's a job.
Yes,
Work for an international.
yes,
That means
yes,
they pay you in dollar,
yes,
and then that dollar is going to enter your Nigerian account. So they don't want the point is that that dollar that they pay, you cannot go to H Medics or Just Right, ShopRite, and go and pay them in dollar. You still have to spend the money, which means you have to convert it to your Nigerian account. If
yes,
if you have an LLC, where you are converting into does not concern your employees. So you're just going to fall under the umbrella of a freelancer. That's the only thing,
okay,
able thing that
thank you.
yeah, I can say you're going to fall under the umbrella of a freelancer. They are going to pay your dollar accounts, they are going to pay your pay you, they are going to pay your all those accounts, right? Now, how do you distribute that money? You have two choices. You can decide not to do an LLC and let the government take all the money, or do an LLC, build a personal brand as a sales you said you're a sales representative for them. That's a skill that you should even, or you should start a personal brand on. And you cannot, maybe you not even, you be doing part-time for other brands if, and before you know it, you start doing your own courses and all of those things. So I think you are sleeping. You have not seen the potential of registering as a personal brand. If you think about it, you would see the possibility. You see how this is even a good thing. Again, like I said, structure, doing this helps you see more potentials that your business can, because now you have an LLC, your brain will start opening, then ideas will start coming in. I hope that helps.
Very well. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So Ezekiel Olojede.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. This thing was three before. Why is it phone? Go ahead.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, one thing I would like to ask is, yes, thank you so much for the class.
You're welcome.
The importance of registering the LLC stuff now. One thing I would like to ask is, yes, we are going to create a business account where it has all your um, income and expenditure, and that's what you report. But then, as a business person,
Mm-hmm.
you want to pay yourself. You already mentioned separating the business and separating yourself as a person, and
Mm-hmm.
you because I don't know how feasible it will be to be using the company account for daily expenses
Mm-hmm.
or buying food or stuff like that. So you
Did
might want to pay
Okay,
yourself.
finish your question. You might want to pay yourself, yeah.
Okay, so then that would be taxable, right?
Okay. I think it's high time. Well, I think we need to do like maybe a part two and bring in a tax consultant. I think this one don't pass me. Because the truth is, if you pay you're supposed to pay yourself. Me, I'm not paying myself. For me, I'm doing free labor for my brands. It's not consign them. I'm doing free labor for my brand. Because if you pay yourself, there's a tax that you're supposed to actually pay, which is pay as you earn. So if you say that you are, I think there's a way Elon Musk does it, that he doesn't pay, his company doesn't pay him. I think they're paying 1 naira or one something. They're paying one ridiculous amount. So he's not paying tax at all. That man is very brilliant. He's not paying tax, but I can't really explain it well because I'm not a tax consultant.
So
The
can I
what
can
I'm
I say something?
Yes, please.
Okay, so one thing about is pay yourself salary helps you reduce how much you pay for the company income tax. For example, and okay, there's a mistake somewhere. You're saying 25 million, but it's actually now is now going to be 100 million. It's no longer 25 million. So if you're
Oh,
earning, yes, they've increased it. So if you're earning less than 100 million naira, like in profits, if your business is making less than 100 million naira profit, you're not paying tax. So if it makes above 100 million naira, you pay tax. And another thing to that is, even if your business is earning less than 100 million naira, but in assets, your business is valued at over 250 million naira, you're going to pay tax. So you might say, okay, well, my business is not making up to 100 million naira profit. But if they check your business assets is more than 250 million, you're going to pay tax. But that's by the way. One thing is to try and pay yourself salary. So this helps to reduce the profit, so to say, because you might make 100 million naira, and by that time in profit you're not paying yourself salary yet. If you remove salary from that 100 million, it's no longer up to 100 million, so you're back to not paying tax at all on that. Do you get? Does it like make sense?
Yes, it does make sense. I didn't even know that they have increased it to like a
No,
hundred.
they've increased it to 100
That,
million.
that's a good one. People should do LLC.
That's why I said the business, the tax can it just let not be as if the government do not do anything, but okay, let's just manage it. But as
Yeah.
much as possible, we have to try find an accountant, make an accountant your friend. If you have any
Yeah.
accountant friend, hold them tight. There's one I'm seeing on this call. Make them your friends. Find an auditor. You're going to also need a tax consultant too, because one true
as much as we're looking at these things, there are going to be loopholes somewhere. There's even one, I don't want to mention the university. This whole school, they're not paying tax because the school fees is going to a foundation.
Hmm.
The whole school, everybody's paying to a foundation. So is a private investment, and the school is not paying tax at all because
I know. Yeah.
because the in the government, like the face of the government, it is an
Yeah.
NGO.
Yeah. They will
And
tell you that all the profit from the goes to an
yes,
NGO.
yes. So there are definitely loopholes somewhere. But the only way you can know, like I just mentioned, this part of paying yourself salary. The only way you can know is if you have a friend that is into this and that they've gone, even lawyers, that they've gone through these reforms front and back, and they know that okay, this is something you can do and this is something you cannot give it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ola, for helping me out there. Ezekiel, does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So Anthony, Michael, you are next.
All right, good evening.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, good evening. Thank you very much for the class. I really appreciate. To me, this is new. Like I really appreciate everything, and I tend to understand. One of the lessons I got from this class was the security that comes with registering your company. You have security, clients who trust your company, and so my question is let's say for example I own like multiple companies, yeah. Am I to register multiple LLC or I will merge all of them into one?
Hmm. It depends on you. Depends on what you want to do, right?
Okay,
For me
okay,
now, I have three different brands, and I have just
okay,
one because that's what I want. Doesn't mean that that's the only way to go about it. I know Ola has several businesses and she has different businesses registration for them. But for me, if you, I shared my screen and I showed you my status report, so you can see the way I packed all my nature of business. An LLC
mm-hmm.
you can do delivery, you can do food, you can do just describe whatever the business you be doing under the business description, and then the name should not be niched. So if you are doing different business nature of business, you're using one brand as an
Okay,
umbrella, or maybe you are doing delivery and you are doing you are selling gadgets. You cannot now name the business Anthony's Gadgets. You have niched down. So you just
yes, yes,
the name will not be niched. The name will just be like a compound name, or I don't know. That's my explanation. So it depends. There's no right way to do it. It just depends on what you want to do. For me, the reason why I decided to put everything under one umbrella is I am sure of one business, and that is CAC registration, and that's because I've been doing it since 2019. I
okay,
I want to have a social media agency. I'm not sure whether I want to do that. That's something I want to do. If it succeeds, yes, we move on. If it doesn't, so I don't want to open a business registration for the agency and then it doesn't work out and I have to just leave it like that. And then
okay,
and then I'm paying annual returns for this business. I'm paying tax on it for this one. I'm paying it for this one. So it's just one registration that I'm concerned about. I filed my annual returns for that one registration. Although that means that I did trademark. Now, you remember that at the beginning I told you that LLC is a separate entity, which means like a
yeah,
human, it can own other brands. So
okay,
Pims by my brand name is AAL Ray, but Pims by Annie is trademarked. AAL Ray owns the name Pims by Annie.
okay,
So
okay,
if I want to have an agency now, maybe I decide to give my agency another name. I can make my LLC, I will trademark that name, then it owns it, right? So it's like a
okay,
product, like Pims by Annie is like a product of the agency of the LLC. That's AAL Gray. The agency can
Okay.
be a product of this. So that's where I did my own. Doesn't mean that's the only way or that's the right way. It just depends on what you want to do. Because I did it that way, I would advise that so that you don't have so much. There's also a disadvantage, by the way, but I'll still advise that you do it because of my own reasons for doing it, right?
Okay.
Does that
Okay,
answer?
I have one. Yeah, it does. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. I have one more question before I go, please.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. My second question is for a new business. Is it that you jump into, is it possible for a new business to jump into registering an LSE, or there's a time duration for that to happen? Let's say for a new business, okay, I have to go through registering under CAC, then a duration, a period of time I'll register,
Actually,
jump
the
into
first thing,
LSE.
when you think about a business, the first thing you're supposed to do is one of the first things is to register the business.
Yes.
Once you have decided that you want to do a business, you have decided on the name of the business, go and register it, go and secure it. That's one of the first things. There's no time frame. It helps you secure the name, first of all.
Okay.
Yes. Before you start doing branding, before you start doing marketing, before you start, what are you marketing? There has to be a name. You cannot market a name
Mm,
because you can decide on a name and you take it to CAC and they'll tell you that the name will not, they will not approve it. So what do you do then? A lot of people have done business for
oh, oh, makes sense. Hmm, makes sense. Hello, can you hear me? Come again, please.
So I can hear you. Sorry. Thank God that I
Okay,
have
okay,
this.
okay,
My internet just
okay,
went off. Okay, but I'm with
okay.
you. So does that answer your question?
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Thank you very
Oh,
much. I really
you're
appreciate.
welcome. That's great.
Yeah, do have a
So
wonderful night.
let's quickly this next person. I'm now switching. I'm now talking from my iPad because my internet just went off, so I'm not using my laptop anymore. So please help me check who is the next person.
Cynthia, I think, and Anthony. There's Cynthia,
Okay,
there's Anthony, there's Bukola, and oh, I don't know. I don't have
Cynthia.
another name.
Cynthia, can you go ahead?
Good evening, Suzanne. Good evening,
Good evening.
everyone. Okay, my question is more like a confusion that I want clarity on
Okay.
because internet was shaky, so I was like on and off. I was here at the beginning, but somewhere in the middle, I was not. So I don't know if you talked about it before. My confusion is I was on this Twitter space like before this class. I don't know exactly, maybe like 1 month ago or so. That Mr. Taiwo guy, the one that did the tax and everything, he was on the space explaining some things. So he said something about if you're earning up to like 100K, you're not going to pay a tax on it. And now I'm hearing pay as you earn. And they're also saying like they start taxing us from like 66K. So I don't know where all of those things fall in. I'm a bit confused. Like as an
Okay.
individual now, it's not a business.
Okay. So as an individual, if you're working for somebody that has an LLC, the person you are working for is going to remove tax from your salary, right? That's the pay as you earn. They are going to remove the tax from your salary and pay tax on your behalf. That's the law, right? If you are doing business, if you're not working for somebody, you are doing business and you have a business name registration, you'll be taxed as an individual, right? An individual is taxed 15% on if you earn 1 million naira, the first 800,000 naira you will not pay tax. The 200,000 naira, the first 200,000 naira, they remove 15%. 15% of that your 200,000 naira means 30,000 naira. So I am the one that now calculates because it is 1 million in a year, not 1 million in a month. So I'm making it very, very. I want you to relate to it in numbers. That's why I said if you make 1 million naira a year in profit, that means that you probably made 66K every month. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I don't know who Mr. Taiwo is and what he means, but that's what if you go on chat right now, you can see brackets on 1 million naira to 2 million naira, you pay 15. On 3 million naira, I think 4 million naira or 5 million naira, you pay 18%. So on the first 800,000 naira, you're not paying anything. You're not going to pay any tax on them. So they're not taxing you from the remaining 200 from the 1 million, then 1.2 from 2 million naira. And when you do the calculation, for 1 million, it costs 30,000 naira. For 2 million naira, it's 180,000 naira. However, if you're working for somebody, you're an individual, you're working for a company, the company will remove, based on what they are paying you, they are the ones that will calculate their pay tax. I don't know how much that is. They'll calculate it and they will remove it from your salary and pay it to tax, to whether LRS, FRS, whichever one is in your state. That's how it works. Does that answer your
Okay, ma'am.
question?
So let's say maybe the way you mentioned they are not taxing NGOs. What if somebody is like volunteering NGO and the
They will
NGO
not
is
pay you
like,
now.
oh, we are going to this month.
NGO don't pay volunteers now. Don't pay volunteers now. If you they will not pay you.
Sometimes it might not be like they're paying you full salary, but maybe it's more something for your stress.
They're not. I don't think NGO volunteer. They're not paying you. You volunteer. I don't think they are paying. Or Orla, Precious, can you assist? Do they pay? Do NGOs pay volunteers?
Can you guys hear me? I went off for like a second, so I didn't hear.
Okay, so our question was that if I said that NGO non-profit they will not pay tax. So she was asking that what if you volunteer for an NGO? My response was if you volunteer for an NGO, I don't think they will pay you. And if they even pay you
If
for
you're
like
volunteering for an NGO,
yeah. And I even think that if they pay you,
I'm not
maybe they try
sure,
to
but the
pay.
reason I don't think you should is if the NGO is not paying tax, it means they're not making money. So if
Yeah,
they're
they're
not
not making
making
money.
whatever they're paying, you shouldn't be. They're not being taxed too. Do you get?
Yes. Yeah, so that means even if they are paying you, so maybe they are supposed to you are supposed to leave the mainland to the island, maybe that water area, to go and help some people. That money that they are paying, that they are giving you, maybe for your transportation, that's not salary. That's for the cost that they are going to go and do. So that's what it will be a part of. So they will not remove anything because they are not paying you. They are not even removing any tax from your money. Does that answer your question? Cynthia.
Yes, it does. I'm just wondering how you'll be able to like differentiate that because already you are not under a business name. You are collecting this for what you are doing for them. How are you going to now tell government that this is not my salary? Oh?
It's narration.
As an individual.
Narration. So
As an individual, you're supposed to do tax filing. There's something called, that's why we say go and make friends. There's something, don't wait for them to say, Cynthia, come and pay your tax. There's something called tax filing. Explain before they come and catch you, right? They let it be received, even if the NGO is sending you the money. That's why, again, another thing I didn't mention, whoever is sending you money, as long as it's not business money, they don't tax you. They can't tax you if somebody gifted you money. They can't tax you if you get a loan. If your family sends you money for helping you, then you are not going to pay tax on that now because it's not income. What they are taxing you on is income. So as if anybody is sending you money, let them be labeling the receipts as they are sending it. Let it be there for your food, for your transportation to come and help us with the NGO, for your, do you understand? So if it's labeled, the bank too that is sending your statements to the tax office, they would already see it there. Does that answer your question?
Yes, yes, it does. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Ola, is there anything else? I think there's two more people, but is there anything else you want to add on that? Because I think I thought you should.
No, no, no. You already mentioned it. So I was just saying we had to use that narration feature very well. So if it's
Yeah.
pen you're buying for your business, just always indicate. It also helps you. Reason is there might be a mix up somewhere when the bank will do something or send your report or send your your statement. And you can come and say for sure that okay, oh, this money, this is where you went to because you were taking proper notes and you were putting that narration. These days, it's that narration that will save you. So if you're fond of sending money without noting what that money is supposed to be for, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for adding that. So please, I don't want to murder your surname. I don't think I can pronounce it. So just um please ask your question. Please, are you there? Okay, Bukola, please ask your question.
Okay, good evening, Ma. Thank you for the insightful session. Okay, so the other time you were checking registered business, I don't even know I can actually check my registered business. Then I tried to check for my business number, and then I pasted it on the I searched for RICR as I saw it on your screen. Then I
Yeah.
pasted my business name, but I could not find it. What could have happened, ma?
What type of registration did you do? Is it a business name registration or
Business
an
name,
LLC?
ma. Business
So
name.
it's not
It's a
supposed to
business
be R,
name.
but a business name is supposed to be BN.
Yeah, I actually changed the status to BN.
So there could be so many things that could be wrong, whether the person that did your registration gave you a false certificate. Because if you did a registration, then it should be on their database. So go and drag the person that did your registration. Tell them that they should help you confirm that
I
they tried to
actually
confirm.
I did it directly on okay. I did it directly on my when I got my POS because I do POS. So I
Oh,
registered it
you
directly on OPay app.
oh, okay, okay. I honestly, I don't know why you people do that. Because now that there's issue, who do you want to go and drag? I don't think you did. How much did you pay them?
Yeah, I paid
Did you?
19,000 naira.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
Then
ma. I paid 19,000 naira.
send me your status report. I'll help you check. Send it to my
Okay,
DM. I'll
ma.
help you check.
All
Okay.
right, ma.
So not
Thank you.
still here, right?
What
Can
did
I?
you say, ma?
No, peace, peace. Okay, so you raised up your hand. What's your question? I think you're the last person.
Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't get to my phone on time. My question is, just about 2 weeks back or a week ago, I already had someone already created a business name for me.
Okay.
So if I want to upgrade it now to an LLC, would I need to do the whole tax filing? That's the whole annual filing, since it's not up
No, no,
to. I
no,
don't think it's up to 2 weeks.
no. You don't have to do the tax. You don't have to do annual return filing because I'm sure if you check your status report, you see that you're not due. And if you're not due, that means your business is active. You check that public search portal. Your business is active there, and you can just file. All you have to pay is pay for the upgrade, and then just do the upgrade. That's all you have to do now. You don't have to file annual returns when you're not due.
Okay, then I have a next question.
When one operates an
Okay.
LLC, can the person use a personal account number with it, or does it have to be a business account?
The main reason why you are doing an LLC so that you don't use your personal account. So it's not wise to have an LLC that can protect you, then you will not be using your personal account. Do you understand? I don't know if maybe I don't understand your question. Or does that answer your
Okay,
question? Do you think I've answered your question? Or maybe you asked in another way?
okay. I'm saying, for instance, now prior to doing this, most what most people do is having a separate account that serves as the account that receives money for business.
No, no, that's don't do that again. Open once you have an LLC, you get a TIN number. In fact, everybody should get
Yeah.
a TIN number. You get a TIN number, that's your certificate and your TIN number. Take it to the bank, they'll open an account for you in your business name. So you use that account, you know that it's only business money that is entering that account. When you use that account, if you do not make up to 100 million, you are not going to pay tax. And if you use your personal account that you think is for business, if you make 1 million, you pay 30,000 on it. If you make 2 million, you pay 180,000. So you see that it benefits you more to use your LLC to open a bank account and use it for your business, collecting your business money.
Oh, okay. I understand much better now.
All right, I'm glad that you do. So I think that's the last person. Thank you so much, everyone. Precious, I would hand over back to you. Thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure. Beatrice, I don't know if there's chance to answer your question. It's been 2 hours, but what's your question? Maybe Ola will answer your question.
Okay, good evening. So yeah, you just said something about having a business account. So yeah, I've noticed that like okay, like for my business, I registered a
Yeah.
business name and on the CAC certificate, it came with a tax identification number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you see that tax identification coming with. You see, they are not really serious people. You cannot mind them. That tax that they put, they just started it. It's a good thing, right? But
Yeah.
they have not perfected it. So you see that number is just
It-
nonsense. If you take that number to the bank, I'm sure they'll still tell you that you should come and go and get GTB TIN or validation. Don't even allow them stress you like that. Once they give you that certificate, just disregard that thing that is there. It's just for fancy. They are just trying to the current person that is there, the general manager, is trying to they have integrated AI into the system. So it's trying to make you, when you're a president and you do one new thing, it wants to be that it's this time that they integrated AI and it's this time that tax, they started putting tax. So it's just for fancy. It doesn't work. You still have to apply for your thing.
Okay. So it's